first grade buddies. For those of you that missed it, here's a picture of our penguin, and I'm going to be going over how to create our penguin. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of paper and make it tall like a portrait. You can't see my whole paper because it is a little bit too small. So I am going to start at the top of my paper in the center. So remember, my paper is tall like a portrait. The first thing I'm going to do is in the center of my paper, I'm going to make a scoop. Watch my hands. So you can make a dot here and a dot there to start. Then you're going to make a scoop. The next step you're going to make is 2 vertical lines going straight down. Remember, you can pause this video at any time if I'm going too fast for you. The next step is to go ahead and scoop across. Now go ahead and add some vertical lines straight up and down for details. This is going to be the brim of our hat. The next step is 2 diagonal whoop lines and a puff ball on top. Poof, 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 poof. Wonderful, great work, friends. The next part is going to be our penguin face. And you're just going to want to do 2 curves, 1 on each side. Not a very big deal. Pretty easy. Also, you're going to do a scoop underneath there. And again, 2 vertical lines. You can make them a little rounded. And then another scoop. This is going to be our scarf. So you can do some more vertical straight up and down lines. Great work so far. The next step is a diagonal whoop, a straight line across, and some horizontal sleepy lines, and some tassels for our scarf. Great work. Remember, if I'm going fast, you can pause and then come back. Okay, next step is you're going to put a dot right in the middle a little bit lower because we are going to use that dot to make a heart shape. So you're going to curve up and down and leave a little space on the side, and you're going to do the same thing over here, up and down. Great work. Now all we have to do is an upside down triangle, boop, and 2 circles. 1, 2. Inside those circles, you can make whatever kind of eyes you want. I'm just going to add 2 more circles. Great work, guys. Look it, we're halfway done. I'm going to move my paper up so you can see the bottom. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to make 2 curves coming out from the body. It's going to be sort of an oval shape, rounded around. So what you're going to do is go down and out and make an oval shape. It's okay if it's not perfect. Mine got a little funny there on the end, but that's okay. All right, next step, you can make 1 wing going up. It looks like a triangle with a little round, and 1 going down. Or you can make 2 down and 1 up. It's totally up to you. Okay, next step is all you're going to do is make a line on each side, and this is where the black part of the penguin goes. Mine's a little uneven, but that's okay. I can fix it later. There we go. All right, now we're gonna do our feet, and we're gonna go diagonal out, diagonal out, diagonal out, and diagonal out. It's okay if you run out of room, and you're just gonna make a zigzag. So it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yay, you have little feet. You can also just put a straight line across if you want. Now, we're going to add our horizon line. And the horizon line is where the land meets the sky in this picture. So we have the sky up here and the land down here. Okay, our next step is you are going to color in these areas black. So you should be using either a black Sharpie or a black colored pencil. You do not want to use a Crayola marker if you're going to watercolor, because if you're going to watercolor and you use a Crayola marker, it's just going to blend everywhere. So go ahead and take your time and color this in. Okay, friends, once you've colored in the black part of your penguin, you could also paint it, or you could use a colored pencil. Now I'm going to take a little bit of blue and I'm going to do just the tippy top of my paintbrush, no booty scooting. And I'm going to add a little bit of shadow over here to make my penguin look a little bit three-dimensional, so like it's popping out. So I'm going to put a little bit of blue, not a lot, right here on the side, there. And then I'm going to add a little bit, make sure you have a lot of water so it's not super dark. On the very tip of my brush, remember, tiptoe ballerina toes, no booty scooting. And we're going to go right here. All right. And that's it. Now, you can either use watercolors or you can use colored pencils or crayons or markers to color in your penguin. I'm going to make my penguin's nose or beak orange. Oop, I got a lot of water, so I have to be careful. And my penguin's feet orange. But if you want to get creative, you can do other colors if you want. This is your artwork, my fabulous artist. You get to pick. That's what's so fun about art, right? You get to choose what kind of extra things you want to add. I'm just here to show you some steps and you get to do the creating. So now maybe you want to pick what color you do the scarf and the little top of your hat. I'm going to make them match. Maybe let's do rainbow. That might be fun. You can do whatever you want. So I'm going to start with red because the rainbow is Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So here is red and red here. Now I'm going to do orange. Oops, I got out of the lines a little bit. That's okay. So now I'm going to do my orange color because I'm going to make a rainbow scarf. Oh, I should have done that over here too. Okay, orange and orange. Da, 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 da. Now we're going to go to yellow. Okay, clean my brush. Nice and gentle. Wake up, yellow. It's your turn. Remember, you have to kind of wake up the paint before you can use it. And I'm going to put yellow here and yellow here and yellow here. And then I'm going to clean my brush again. Swirl and dab on the side for some green. Tiptoe ballerina toes. So we're going to do some green. I need a little more paint because I can't see the color very good. There we go. So there's some green. Some green here. And get a little bit more paint right here. And our next color is going to be blue. A little bit more green on that one. So swirl, dab on the side, wake up our blue. My blue's already awake. How about yours? So I have some blue here. You see how much darker this blue is to the other one? That's because I have more water on that blue. Whoops. I might go out of the lines. It's okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue up here. And the next color in the rainbow is an indigo or violet. So I'm gonna use this color, purple. I have a lot of purples, but you can use whatever purple you have. So this one's a little bit more red purple. Ooh, now it's blending with the blue. And then I'm gonna do a back to red. Back to the beginning, the red color. And I forgot the top of my scarf here, so I'm gonna do that red. And then I'm gonna do orange next. I'm adding a little bit more color to those so they pop out. That's what's cool about watercolor. You can go over it again if it's not dark enough. So you can do orange here and orange there, or you could do whatever colors you want. And then I'm gonna make the little puff. I think I'm gonna make my little puff blue for fun. I like the blue, so I'm gonna do some blue puff up here. And I'm gonna leave the hat white. You can make yours any color you want. And in the background, this is where you get to be creative. Maybe you'll do some snowflakes. A fun way to make some snowflakes is to get a white crayon, and then what you do is you make some shapes. And you can't see it that well. That's okay, because I'm gonna show you the resist. Make sure you press hard if you're using a white crayon, okay? You can't see it great. I'm gonna turn my paper so I don't get my paint everywhere. So I'm gonna make these little star shapes, and I'll show you what those look like in just a second. And I'm pressing hard. Okay, guess what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna get blue and I'm gonna make a resist. Remember we talked about? So let's get some blue. Tiptoe ballerina toes, and watch this. Wait, here they come. Look at my snowflakes. There they are. Or my stars. Whatever I want them to be. They're popping out. They're resisting the watercolors because they're made of wax. There's another one. I don't even remember where I put them, so it's like a fun surprise. They're resisting. Let's see, is there any more down here? Ooh. So you want to make sure that you press hard though with your white so it resists the color, and very careful around the edges. That's so fun, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I love resist. I tell you guys, it's my favorite thing to do. And I'm gonna get a little bit more water and a little bit more blue tiptoe ballerina toes, and I'm gonna go right. Look at all my stars popping out. Yay, I love it. You can do whatever you want in the background. You could do clouds, you could do a tree, you could do swirls. I did swirls on my other one. And then I'm gonna leave down here to look like it's snow. So I'm gonna leave this bottom part white. So there we go. We have our beautiful penguin. And all I'm gonna do for the last part is I'm gonna color in my penguin's eyes. And ta-da! Lovely penguin drawing. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Have a great holiday week.